All right, welcome back to another issue of Melon Economic News. Get started for this evening, July 12th, 2023. Let's get it started for today. All right, but we're going to hit you with something big, okay? It's about a little bit over a minute. This is from as you're gonna see, video of the TikToker here. How she describes what's going down, what's going up and going up and down, depending on how you want to be in Australia. And she's gonna explain to you. And first, we're gonna go over this article a little bit that explains. We're gonna give credit to him. Tuco.co.ke. All right, Tuco.co.ke. All right, TikToker closes down account after not being able to withdraw her own money. All right, this is telling about what's actually going on, how the banking industry is shuttering, it is shut down. They don't have any money left. Everybody's faking the fraud, okay? But without further ado, this is the video you're going to see. You switch over to the actual TikTok over here. You can see the video, and we're about to go ahead and just let it rip.
So I am getting some renos done at home and I needed $3,500 cash. So I went to the bank, but I didn't have my physical card. I thought, oh, that's fine. I'll just go to the teller. The teller proceeds to tell me they don't have cash in the bank anymore. You can only get it out through the ATM. But she said, don't worry, I'll set your card up so you can just tap it in place of your card. I said, oh, okay, great. Well, she'd done her bit on the computer and she came with me to the teller to make sure everything was fine, and it just kept giving an error message. It wouldn't even let me get to the point to put my PIN in. When I tapped it, it just gave this error message. And she said, I'm really sorry, there's nothing we can do. I was like, what do you mean? I need to get my money out of my bank account? And she was like, yeah, really sorry, like we don't carry cash here. She said, if you've got another bank you can transfer your money to, you can try it with them. Luckily for me, I am with another bank, so I transferred every single penny out of that account, closed the account while I was there, and went and got my money out at another bank. But it just got me thinking about our banking system and where we're at, and how the hell can you go to a bank and not access your own money?
All right, there you go. It's already starting. People think just because it's happening in Australia, don't think it can't happen here in the States, all right? This is majorly happening. This is going on. There's stories coming out where states are tapped out, banks are tapped out. Nobody has any money left. Something's big is going on. There's even rumors going around, and we're going to confirm that later on down the line. We're trying to get more information that the U.S. Treasury is no longer printing any money, any fiat currency, even greenbacks to give to the banks, all right? Money's tight, and this could be implementation of Nasara Jasara, where they give out the new rainbow currency, new rainbow money that is there. That rainbow money is now will be backed by the U.S. note, backed by physical precious metals, all right? So this is majorly, get this article out to everybody, okay? This is from Tuco, tuko.co.ke, all right? Tuco.co.ke, all right? Thank you very much, all right? And let's move on to the next story. And we're going to shoot back to 2022. And here we go. This was a telling sign about what's actually going on, all right? This is from moneysavingexpert.com, right? Moneysavingexpert.com. This 193 93 high street banks to close next year. Check, see if your branch is on the list, plus alternatives. So we can't say that these bank warnings were, these bank closures, these branch closures were just a surprise and shock to everybody. They actually put this out there. We got started. There are articles, if you go back about 2 or 3 years ago, where they're going to start the process of closing bank branches. All right, and if you go to the website, the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, they have to put up there when they're going to be closing banks. All right, they got a 90-day window or 3 months window to where they have to announce to the Office of the Comptroller of the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency that they're going to be closing these branches down. Banks have to announce that. So this was telling. I just wanted to bring this up that this is not new news. They have to tell us about what's actually going on, what they're doing, and a lot of us, and including myself, don't pay attention to it because we got focus on other issues. All right, but the news is out there. Go look at your bank branches. Go to the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency website and look at it and see if your bank branches are closed. And even get on your bank website. They put it out there. Hey, they're going to close these branches down, okay? So get this article out. This is from moneysavingexpert.com. All right, then we got this article here. This is from 10thamendmentcenter.com blog, 10thamendmentcenter.com, and this is North Carolina, where I'm currently at right now. North Carolina passes bill to explore creation of Bullion Depository along with gold, silver, and crypto reserves. Oh my goodness. The People's Republic, as we call it over here, as we call it here in North Carolina, the Charlotte, Raleigh, and I forget, there's another one, another triangle, big city over here, big city that got me a little tongue tied here. They finally decided to get off their butt. They see what's actually going on, and then they now getting out. Whether getting is good, while they finally still can. A little bit late in my book, but they decided to explore it. And remember what we talked about. Once they finally put something out in the open, they probably have already passed it. The House, Senate, and they probably waiting on the so-called governor to go ahead and sign off on it. But more likely, it's probably already passed. This is just more and more creation that more than, let's just say, 2/3 of the states have already passed gold bullion depository bills and acts, so they create their own depositories, so they can start saving themselves from the government. Which a telling sign is the dollar is dead, the greenback is dead. It is no longer the world's reserve currency status. It's switching over to the new Treasury, United States note, or the United States Treasury note, not the United States Corporation and United States American Incorporated Inc. Treasury bill or Treasury dollar. It's going to be the new Treasury note, and everybody's getting out what again is good. Everybody's looking to protect themselves now. They can no longer hide it. They can put it on the front, but they can no longer hide it. Okay, so go and get this article. It's a pretty good article. Go ahead and read it for yourself. This is from blog.10thamendmentcenter.com. All right, then we got this story here. This is from One American News, One American Network News.com, right? One American Network News.com, my home state of Texas, where I reside from, Stomping Ground, which is why I got sort of an attitude issue. All right. So Texas House and Senate approved the biggest property tax in Texas history. I was watching this one pretty carefully because this was a major battle when Governor Abbott, Greg Abbott, he said he wanted to get rid of property tax altogether. And holy crap, the crap hit the fan. The suspects came out everywhere. The banks, they were in awe. The tax folks, they were all up in arms. Everybody was up in arms. Like, what do you mean you want to get rid of property taxes? And he pretty much put it out there. And we even had the lieutenant governor come out and said, this is the bad idea. We can just cut taxes here, but still keep the property tax. All right, so this I'm gonna be following this story more and more in detail here. If you can read the article a little bit, get into it for a quick second. It said after weeks of debate, the Texas House and Senate reached an agreement in principle on an $18 billion proposal that would deliver the biggest property tax cut in Texas history. All right, so if you get into the more of this, I'm held back on clapping my hands, giving them a pat on the back, because I want to see what's actually in this bill. I want to see what's actually going on with this thing to see if they actually cut property taxes, or we're going to cut a little bit here, and they can still have property taxes, all right? So get this article out. This is from OneAmericanNetworkNews.com. All right, and then we got this article here from Barron's.com. Barron's.com about the financial situation, and the article here says something that actually terrifies. Actually, it's got the hairs on the back of my neck standing up. All right, I don't pay for the article, so we're gonna just go over the headline. If you want to go to Barron's and pay for it, Barron's is a good website to go look for some financial news and some other stuff you want to look at. Okay, so there's only one way forward for small banks now: consolidation. If you look at what it says, the only way forward for small banks now is consolidation. This is on top of what the so-called Treasury Secretary says while she's over there licking Chinese boot, that they're not going to help out the smaller banks. They're just going to help out the big banks. Basically saying that you guys need to consolidate. You need to join forces, gobble up each other, and become one big major bank. All right. That is very sad news, because many smaller banks, they're our local branches. They're the ones we go to. They're the ones we actually have a talk with the tellers. We actually talk. I actually go to my local financial institution up here, and I actually have conversations with them. I talk to them. We actually have quick conversations, smile, as you know, we got other customers, but I do like that one-on-one. Okay, so this is kind of a sad thing to say, but it has to be said. Okay, hopefully we can get together. We can save some of these smaller banks and smaller credit unions, every financial institutions, everywhere else, because they actually mean a lot to us. All right, so get this article out. This from Barron's.com, right? Barron's.com. All right, and I actually debated on telling this story here because I wanted to focus on the stateside news. But I'm gonna get it out the way anyway. All right, Nigel Farage, banks warned against closing accounts. This is what's happening overseas now. Don't be surprised if you try to start doing it overseas here. This is all a one big cover up because they're trying to steal people's money. And if you don't know who Nigel Farage is, he was part of the Great Britain's representative to the EU. Remember, we talked about Great Britain. They were only there for financial reasons, economic reasons. They were not a full member of giving their full sovereignty over to the EU. And he said some things. He hated the EU. He said some things that they didn't like, and they closed down his account. All right, this is not Nigel Farage. Nigel Farage is a man. All right, this is Culture Secretary Lucy Fraser. All right, in England. All right, sorry about that. I got something caught in the throat. So this is kind of some news that the banks are now cutting people. They're using any excuse to try to save themselves, to try to take people's money. If they say the wrong thing, they have the wrong views. Look at your websites. You say the wrong thing on the websites, and they closing your account without any explanation. Any explanation is just taking your money. All right. So just wanted to get that article out to you. All right. This is from BBC.com. All right. BBC.com. All right. I want to thank you for joining us. Another Smelly Gum News. I want to say be safe, be sound. Take care of yourself. Because things are going from bad to worse to horrible, and in the financial worlds, all right, because we're all hurting out here. All right, once again, thank you for joining us. Another Smelly Gum News. Be safe, be sound. Remember, take care of yourself first, then your family, kids, then your neighborhoods, then your communities. Reach out to other communities. All right, you're your own best banker. You're your own best financier. You're your own best savings and loans. All right, like, subscribe, and comment. Hit that notification bell. And once again, thank you for joining us. Another Smelly Gum News. Like, subscribe, and comment. Let's get it started.